Okay, so here's my guide for Warp Train or Murder on the Warp Express or whatever the hell you want to call it in Roblox Archived. There is no gatekeeping in this video, and I'm pretty sure this is like kind of the easiest method you can use. There might be something easier, but this is how I did it. Before we begin, I recommend you do have like a group of friends to do this because without like at least three people, this is probably going to take a while and be kind of annoying. Okay, so first of all, the thing that you are like required to bring is profits throw. Profits throw will do like a large portion of your damage and can is like the main carrying force of like this entire cheese method. So it's really important that you bring it. So next up, I would recommend you bring focus spirit as well, just for at least one person because it'll just boost the damage of profits throw. So obviously that's just an extra benefit because you're just doing things faster. And then a next like really really big recommendation is bringing at least a couple people with like the Solemn Lament Ego weapon, as it can hit enemies like through walls and can make like the mini boss in this a lot easier. One tip for the Solemn Lament crit is have like one person shooting with just M1 so that the enemy is stunned, and when you crit they can't clash you, and then just do that for both people and that can do a lot of damage. Um Lastly, just make sure you have your Roblox set to like 60 FPS because I did not do this. And a major part of this run is backdashing, which if you don't know what that is, it's walking up to a wall and backdashing, like dashing backwards through it, which can like kind of no clip you through it. Make sure you have your FPS set to 60 or else this bug will be a lot harder to do. Like I experienced myself. I literally had to like lag my computer. Okay, so for the first couple rooms, I think it's about like three of them, where it's just literally like the normal blood enemies. This is how we did it. Firstly, it's important you don't actually like press the button or anything and actually open the door. Just kind of leave it there because you're gonna kill them through the wall anyway. So firstly, have one of your friends like walk up to the door, like the glass door, and then throw profits throw. But this is best as like the person with focus spirit, and so that you can attract and just get some early fire stacks on all the enemies, and have the rest sit at like kind of the door frame to the entrance of that little room with the button. And then once they're kind of walking up, you guys all throw profits throw, and all your profits throw should be able to hit him. And then from there, you kind of just, if you have like Solemn Lament, you can kind of just M1 through them the wall. I don't recommend using crit. You can, but it can just be annoying if you clash them, like I did on my first time going through. Um, and if you're fighting the enemies and they do survive your Prophet's Throw and there's like a couple of them, you can just backdash through like the glass door and then fight them from there and just like kill them from there. So once you've done all three of those rooms, pretty much next up is like a mini boss. And for this, you kind of just, you don't want to do the same thing you did the previous times. You want to just break the glass door, don't open the button into the room, and don't really use Prophet's Throw like my friend did because it can be really annoying. And it's kind of useless as well for this because it doesn't do too much damage. You literally just want to like beat them up. So from like go around them from each side or like go just don't hit each other. You kind of just want to M1 him to death. You can like M2 him like with the method I said earlier where if one person's M1ing him, the other person can M2 him, and then the other person with Solemn Lament can do the same because that'll do a lot of damage. Um, and yeah, this mini boss is really easy. There's not even any permadeath on him, so there's not much risk to actually fighting him. And you kind of just want to beat him up for a while until he's just dead. So yeah, it's pretty easy. Okay, so now for the final boss, and in my opinion, definitely the most time-consuming part of this like event in general. Um, Pretty much you need to break the glass door that's like in behind like the mini boss after you defeat him. And then in that same room where you killed the mini boss, or it might be the room behind me, I don't really know, just go find it. It'll be pretty easy to find because it's an invisible wall. You literally can't pass through it, but you can just backdash through it. And you want to have everybody except the guy who is talking to the boss backdash behind that. I would recommend whoever's talking to the boss be at like a consistent 60 FPS and be able to backdash pretty easily. Um, so you pretty much want the person to go talk to the boss and then run them over to that same invisible wall, and then you want them to backdash onto the same side as the rest of you. And then everyone who isn't, and then while he's aggroed by the boss, everyone who isn't aggroed needs to backdash onto the side with the boss, but don't attack him, don't attack him. And then Obviously, could not get over there because I didn't in this video because I was trying to lag my game so I could get through easier. Um, and then next step is best with Solemn Lament crit. But the guy who is aggro needs to wait for the boss to use a move and then use a move back or just crit him so that he can clash him and bring him over to the side that you guys like started on, everyone except the guy who talked to him. You want him to be on that side. And then pretty much the guy who was aggroed and is on the same side as the boss needs to backdash over to your side, and then all three of you kind of just want to run closer to the left wall so that he's just staying over there in that like little pocket. And then you just want to kind of throw your Prophet's Throw at him until he kind of dies. Um, and if you have Solemn Lament, that's a major damage source because you kind of just want to run up to him and shoot him a bit and use the same M2 tech I taught you earlier. There is one move that you will need to look out for, and it's called like I am the Prince of the Parade. If you get hit by that, and even if you don't, it just heal a good bit. If you get hit by that, it'll like one hurt you a lot, and two it'll regen like most of his health. So make sure just walk back whenever you see that. Don't even try to engage. And once he's dead, just backdash through his room and then go through like that white door there, and yeah, you're done with the event. So yeah, that's the guide. Please subscribe if you would like, and good luck with your warp train experience.